Okay, so today's video is just a very quick update, I guess. As you can see, I'm not like ready for the day. I'm just kind of like sitting down to film, and then I'll be going about my day once I've gotten all of this off my chest, because it's just been kind of weighing quite heavy on me. Yeah, so I'm just here to kind of explain before I get into my regular content where I, go back to talking about petty drama. I have been in contact with Bianca Devon's mum, and I actually got in contact with her yesterday due to something that I saw on the internet, and we have resolved things. Now, she does not want to be involved in drama. She does not want public videos. She does not want people to at her, message her, talk to her about petty drama, mainly to do with Gabbie Hanna. That's not what she's here for. She's got more important things to worry about, aka being a mother, and also changing laws, right? Like, she's got more important things to do. She does not want public videos. She does not want tea. She does not want drama. She just wants everyone to remember Bianca and talk about Bianca in a way that is positive in making a change in the world, right? Not in terms of who is doing what and what tea can we spill and what receipts can we show. So when I spoke to her, I asked her if she was comfortable with me showing screenshots of bits of the conversation just to give context, and she said no, because she doesn't want this to then be receipts and drama, so for that to then be used further by other people. So you'll just have to take my word for it, but once I show you kind of something that she posted publicly, my story will make more sense, and I guess it will just make sense why she messaged me what she messaged me. So I will be kind of like using the messages as a guide, but not really reading them out necessarily, so just kind of have to, trust me on that one. I will be donating the proceeds of this video. I will not be putting any mid-rolls on this video because I feel like it just ruins the flow of the video and kind of like it messes up the message of the video. So I won't be putting any mid-rolls, which means my CPM will be lower and I'll probably make a lower income from this video, but there will be ads before and after. This video is monetized, but all of the proceeds will go to the Bianca Devon's scholarship fund, and that will also be in the description, first line. If you want to donate, screenshot, post it on Twitter at me, and I will like your tweet and make sure that other people are also following suit. It might inspire people to also donate. Then I'll also be putting the petition as the second link in the description. The petition is for changing the laws regarding pictures that can be posted and reposted on the internet, mainly due to the history of the case to do with Bianca, with very, very awful pictures being posted on the internet regarding the case. Obviously, Bianca Devon's mum just wants to make sure that that is not happening to anyone else and that no one else has to go through that. So I will be posting the petition to that. Where do we start? Just a quick recap. Last year, kind of like the year before that, but it's been just over a year, Gabbie Hanna posted a video where she was following e-girls tutorials. Now, also, Bianca Devon's mum very explicitly said to me that Bianca Devon's is not an e-girl. That's not how she likes for her to be talked about. So that's another thing. I'm just using that in the context clues of that video. Gabbie Hanna wanted to do an e-girl tutorial thing, and she used Bianca Devon's picture, and it was a picture from an article that wrote about the case. The murder case of Bianca Devon's. I actually didn't know about this until people DM'd me the story, because at the time I was taking DM suggestions for videos that you guys wanted me to make or stories that you guys wanted me to cover. So I went into my DMs like every morning when I get ready to film a video, and you guys told me to go check out Gabbie Hanna's video that she posted. I go into the video, I start watching it, but mainly I just scroll down to the comments just to see what's happening, and everyone is having a go at Gabbie, and those are her own fans that are having a go at her over not addressing what the article was about. Well, it wasn't fully about that, but like what that segment was about that she put up on the screen. I read those comments, and in my video, it was not a full video on this. I didn't put, I didn't clickbait Bianca Devon's. I didn't do any of that. It was a video about, I believe, Jacqueline Hill, someone else, and then Gabbie Hanna was like the last few minutes of the video, where I basically just say, Gabbie Hanna posted a video where she put up an article, didn't address what was in the article, and people are upset about it. I do this to all stories. I report on stuff the way you'd see the news reporting on a story, or a true crime channel reporting on something that's happening in the true crime community, and anyone else. Philip DeFranco will cover, I don't know, people are upset about this, this, and this. I said, people are upset at Gabbie Hanna for doing this. Now, Gabbie Hanna could have just posted a pinned comment under that video, basically being like, oh, so sorry, I forgot to address the article that was right there. My bad, here is a petition, here is a scholarship fund. And I feel like at that point, most of us reasonable channels would have left her alone, right? I'm only friends with reasonable ones. Like, I don't really know what other channels are doing that I'm not associated with. I don't know what they're doing, but most of us would have left it at that. She then took a week or two to blur out the image of Bianca in the video. Then she took another like 2 or 3 weeks to make an apology video, at which when I saw the apology video, I thought she was actually quite genuine in the video. I really appreciated the way she filmed it, and I filmed the video on that. I put Gabbie Hanna's thumbnail into my thumbnail, which had Bianca's name in it. So people are upset at that. I blurred the name out now, so if you go back on the thumbnail, Bianca's name is blurred out, but it was a screenshot of Gabbie Hanna's thumbnail because that's what my video was about. Once again, I talked about some other stories and I said that I actually thought Gabbie Hanna's apology was genuine. So from that point onwards, I hadn't criticized Gabbie about the Bianca situation. The moment she posted her apology and the mum of Bianca said, I'm not offended by what Gabbie Hanna did, and actually I just don't want anyone to talk about Bianca. When I watched that video of Bianca's mum, I decided that at that point, I'm not going to talk about it publicly anymore because those are the wishes of the mother. Gabbie posts her video. We all say, great apology video, amazing, glad that the mum isn't offended, because that was like the one thing that I was worried about, is that, you know, she was offended by Gabbie's video. That's why I initially reported on the story. Glad she wasn't offended, because obviously why would I want the mother to be going through a different situation to what she's already going through? And that was that. Now, since then, when we have criticized Gabbie Hanna, it was to do with the Jessie Smiles situation. If you guys don't know, let's just recap. Gabbie Hanna was friends with Jessie Smiles' rapist, and she was associating with him. And if you guys think that that is a lie, or if Gabbie Hanna has told you a different story, I will link Jessie Smiles' thread where she has a phone call with Gabbie Hanna about this. You can watch that. I sent that to Bianca's mum as well, just to give her context as to why we went so hard at Gabbie in the first place, is because she has a tendency of disrespecting victims of crimes. Mainly crimes against women, done by men. So that's what I sent to her. I said, look, here's the context for why I went hard on Gabbie. Hope that explains my intent with my initial video. I sent her that. There's the Jessie Smiles situation. We criticized her for that. We criticized her for Kenza Cosmetics. We criticized her for lying. Anything else she might have done that is gross, right? The Trisha Paytas situation, that is also just like up in the air. I don't really know about that anymore. Since then, the only time I've ever mentioned the article situation is in passing. If someone's saying like, what has Gabbie Hanna gone through? I'll be like, here's the timeline of things. There's rice gum, there's this. I would mention it in passing, but none of us filmed full-length videos discussing it again, because clearly the mother was fine. Gabbie apologized. Why would we ever bring this up again? Now, recently Gabbie Hanna had a little moment on Twitter where she was mentioning how we're all abusers, and she said how we exploit other people's stories on the internet. And I brought up a very old video of Gabbie Hanna discussing a girl in her class back in school that overdosed. When she posted that video got 10 million views. It was monetized, and she made a lot of money from it. Now, I mentioned that. I said, right, so you say we exploit other people's stories on the internet, but what was that? She had, at that point, when she posted the video, really disrespected the parents, and the parents reached out to Gabbie and said that they were very unhappy with how she represented their daughter at the point of that video being on 10 million views. You can't really take that back. So she then posted a clarification video while also keeping that video up to just apologize to the parents. So this isn't even the first time that she's done this or used any victim to make money and to get views, right? So like at that point, we kind of understand the context of why we were so upset about Bianca again. So I said, what's this then? You use other people's stories to benefit, just like we talk about other people's stories. What makes you different? I bring that up, and she then brings up Bianca Devins. So everyone then thinks that I'm using Bianca's name to get back at Gabbie, when in reality, I was talking about like a 5-year-old story about a girl that overdosed and her parents were upset about Gabbie talking about it. That's what I was talking about. And to this day, her fans still bring up the fact that I apparently brought up Bianca Devins on Twitter, which I didn't. Gabbie did. Gabbie brings up Bianca Devins time and time again. And I told this to her mother. I said, we have not mentioned your daughter for clickbait, for clout, for anything in a year. I can prove this by the fact that when Gabbie posted videos that we've made on Bianca Devins to exploit her, she posted videos that were a year old videos, and she couldn't find anything more recent. Why? Because the moment Bianca Devins' mum said, I'm not upset, we stopped filming videos on this. Simple as, right? So she brings her up, and then she does this series, and she brings her up again, and she says that and she names me for 15 minutes of the video about, she mentions other people's channels. Like she says that T-Spill filmed a video on Bianca Devins when she didn't. T-Spill never filmed a video on this. She mentions how Spill Sesh put Bianca in the title thumbnail. She didn't. She mentioned Trisha Paytas and Gabbie Hanna in the title and thumbnail. And then she mentions me for 15 minutes saying how I exploited a murder victim for my own benefit, for my own gain, and how I need to publicly apologize to Bianca Devins' mum because that's what she expects. So Gabbie Hanna in her video says that she and the mum have been in contact and that Bianca Devins' mum expects a public apology to the Devins family over what has been done. And since then, I've been flooded with thousands of comments demanding a public apology to the Devins family. To which Ready to Glare filmed a video, and she titled it with Bianca Devins. Not her fault at all. I think she's a sweetheart, and I think what she did was very respectable and just amazing that she would film this apology, but that is not what the mother wanted, and that is what Gabbie said the mother wanted. So this is just a whole convoluted situation. All of this to then describe where we're at now, where this appeared on my timeline on Twitter, where the Ready to Glare video was posted on a forum to do with Bianca Devins, and the mum responded and said that she's not really sure why Ready to Glare filmed the video because she never wanted an apology, let alone a public one. Do we see how that then doesn't line up with what Gabbie Hanna is saying in the series? So this then made me furious, and at that point I started thinking about all the possible things that could be happening here. And then I also saw that when Gabbie Hanna linked her video on Facebook, I don't know why you would need to market or promote this video if it's for a good cause. I don't know why you need to do this. One of the relatives of the Devins family, it's very confusing to figure out who. Some people are saying cousin, some people are saying uncle, I'm not really sure, but he's a relative of the Devins family, also commented under Gabbie's post about the video and said, "You are disgusting, why would you use this?" I'm sorry, I'm very angry about this whole thing. So I then took matters into my own hands and made an impulse decision to message Bianca Devins' mum on Facebook. I found her and I messaged her. And I know Gabbie said that she doesn't want us to reach out to her privately. It has to be a public video, but that is quite clearly not what Bianca Devins' mum wants. I messaged her and I said, "Hi, I'm not going to show the messages because, like I said, Bianca Devins' mum does not want me to show the messages. She just wants this to be over with." I messaged her saying, "Hi, I'm Angelica Ols, I run this and this channel." And I said I was one of the people that reported on the story. I explained the context like I did to you guys just now. People sent the story to me. I reported on it like I would, any other story. And she said, essentially, the paragraph she sent me was, "I have no idea who you are. I don't know why you're apologizing to me. I don't feel like you exploited me. I don't know. I've never seen your content." So Gabbie Hanna said that Bianca Devins' mum felt like I had exploited her daughter in my videos.
And you knew that, Angelica Ols. And everybody else who started that rumor and went with that story and exploited a murdered teenager to the point that her dead body, the photos of her dead body that were taken by her murderer and posted on the internet were being sent to her fucking mother and sister. You did that, not me. She has said that she was harmed by you, that you exploited her daughter.
I'm editing the video right now and I also remembered something. So Gabbie Hanna in that clip says that because of us, the images of Bianca, very indecent, very awful images of Bianca were being spread around, when in fact, when Gabbie Hanna posted a tweet about me exploiting Bianca, the quote retweet to that was the uncensored picture of Bianca that I saw myself now. So if she's saying that we are the reason why the picture's being posted, but now under her tweets the picture's being posted as well, so isn't Gabbie doing the same that she's accusing us of doing? And now I messaged the mum and she says to me that she has never watched my content. She doesn't know who I am. And she doesn't actually know which channels exploited her daughter. She doesn't know, she just kind of grouped everyone together. She heard some people using pictures. Yeah, some people did use pictures in their thumbnails. Those are not people that I associate with. I didn't use any inappropriate pictures. I put the article up in my video for context, and I used Bianca's name for context because she was part of the story, but that's it. I did it in a respectful way, the way true crime channels do, the way a news station would do. You mention the name and then, that was the story. She says, she doesn't actually know who exploited her daughter, but she appreciates my apology, but it wasn't really necessary. So I say, this is really confusing to me right now because Gabbie had just publicly now told us that we were exploiting your daughter and that we needed to publicly apologize to you. So I didn't really know what to do. I was conflicted, so I messaged you for this exact reason. And she says, "No, I didn't want this to be public. I said in my video a year ago that I wanted this to stop being public. I don't want people to mention my daughter on drama channels." So Gabbie Hanna was putting us on a landmine, basically forcing us to publicly mention Bianca Devins again on a drama channel, when that's the exact opposite of what the mother wants. So I would have done something against the mother's wishes again. So then we continue talking. The mother is the sweetest person I've spoken to. She's very understanding, very just incredible in all of this. So I tell her again, I'm not sure what the misunderstanding is. Gabbie says she's in contact with you. I thought she was, a reliable source of information in this, but clearly there is some kind of a misunderstanding. The mother then tells me that she has been in contact with Gabbie and that Gabbie told her that to this day, we are still using this story to drag Gabbie and to push her into scandals, and that we are using her daughter's name for drama still to this day. And I say no. The people that I'm associated with and the handful of channels that we're talking about here have stopped talking about Bianca the moment you said that you didn't want us to talk about her. The only time we'd mention her would be in passing if it was, like I said, just talking about the timeline of things and why people are upset at Gabbie, and that we have been using actually Jessie's story. And I mentioned Jessie Smiles to her, not by name, just kind of mentioned how she's a victim of a crime and that Gabbie had been highly disrespectful to her, and that is what she's trying to deflect from. The mum said that she was very confused as well, and that there must have been some kind of a misunderstanding, because she doesn't want us to publicly talk about Bianca anymore in relation to drama. And she's confused as to why anyone would tell us to do that, because that's not what she wants. And that she had actually approved of Gabbie's series episode because Gabbie said that she wanted people to apologize to her, like apologize to Gabbie. So the mum approved the series so that Hanna could get an apology. Not so that we could apologize to the Devins family, but so that we could apologize to Gabbie for still attacking her over this. And I said to her, we have not been attacking her since you said to stop. We've been attacking her about other things that she rightfully deserves to be attacked for. Attacked, criticized, you know. And she basically just says, oh, well, I was under the impression that you guys were still talking about this, which is why I approved the video to go through. But I didn't approve for her to say that I wanted a public apology. I approved an apology for Hanna for the harassment. So I then say to her, look, I'm sincerely sorry for anything I might have caused or done or any harm I might have caused. I want to do this privately since you don't want a public apology at all. And she said there was no need to apologize. You filmed the video and then you stopped filming videos from what you're saying. So there's really no need to apologize. I asked her if I could share screenshots. She said no. But if I asked her, you know, what message can I say to my audience regarding all of this? And she said that I can say that this was all a big misunderstanding, that I did no harm to the Devins family, and that the apology was not necessary, and that instead she wants us to focus on who Bianca was as a person, the petitions, changing laws, changing the world, making the world a safer place, rather than a back and forth between YouTubers on the internet. So let's focus on that. First line will be petition, second line will be charity. First line will be, I'm not sure which order I said it in. Either way, first and second line will be the fund and the petition. And at 10 p.m. today, I'll be going back to my regular content. Now that we've explained this, I will be blocking Bianca Devins and anything adjacent to that from my channel comments. So if you comment that, the comment will go into spam because, like I said, Bianca Devins' mum does not want Bianca and drama channels to go in the same sphere. That is not what she wants. So from this point onwards, I will be blocking Bianca's name from my comment section. And if anyone films a video about drama relating Bianca, just know that that is now exploitation of Bianca Devins. This is the last that I will be speaking on this. I will never be mentioning Bianca Devins again in this sense. And that is it, regardless of what Gabbie Hanna says at this point. What she said was a lie. It was all a misunderstanding. And yeah, that is it for today's video.